Good evening and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. We're so glad you're here. This live will begin shortly, and we're excited to share this journey with you. This is a space of kindness and encouragement, so let's be welcoming to everyone looking to better themselves. If you have questions, drop them in the chat or use the super chat to make sure it gets addressed. Thank you for being a part of our community. Let's make it a great night. Good evening, everybody. Happy flippin' Tuesday. Welcome back. Welcome back to Tuesday night with me, Dustin, your host for this evening. Woo! What a night it was. Did any of you get a chance to watch the live that was simulcast on Chris Cook in Nashville as well as Dr. Barry? Their channels, respectively. They were cooking and having a good time in the new Barry kitchen. Grandma Barry made an appearance. She is the most adorable, the most precious thing I've seen in a long time. She's just gorgeous and she's amazing. I hope you have a chance to watch that. Go back and watch that if you have the chance. Now, tonight is going to be a pretty simple conversation, as we always have simple conversations here. I don't have some giant controversy or complicated health topic that needs to be unpacked for 3 hours. I actually just want to take a step back and talk about something that I think sometimes we forget. And when we're sitting here talking amongst ourselves every week, people are watching us. And I don't just mean the people in the chat tonight. There are people who quietly watch things that happen in this community who haven't said a word yet. They're listening. They're watching the way we talk to each other. They're watching how we respond when somebody disagrees with us. They're watching how we handle questions. They're watching whether we treat somebody with respect when they're completely new to this. And I've got a little guest in here who is trying to get in my stuff here. I can see her right here. She needs to go on, and yeah, you have to go. Nope. Anyway, I've got to do this. Okay. Yes. Anyway, sorry about that. But they're watching how we handle these questions. They're watching whether we treat somebody with respect when they're completely new. And they're here trying to figure out whether what we're saying actually holds water. Maybe they spent years being told one thing about health, tried it, failed, and don't trust anyone anymore. Maybe they're sick and tired and they're desperately looking for something different. And before they've even or ever decided to take that first step, they're going to watch and they're going to try to decide whether they can trust us. So it is up to us to build that trust. And that's a huge responsibility, because we're not just talking to ourselves here. We've built something here, and we're building relationships. We're building friendships. We're building bonds with people who we've ever, I can't even talk, who we've never even met in person. We really are. And for some people, this community may be the first place they found where they don't feel judged for struggling with food, their weight, their health, or their relationship with their body. How many of us have been on this journey for a very long time and are still not happy with how it goes? We're, while we're arguing about the latest study or fighting with somebody in that section, right? And yes, we're going to have trolls. We're going to have people who come in looking to stir things up. We're going to have people who ask questions in ways that are rude or intentionally provocative. That's going to happen. Here's the thing. We don't have to stop, or we don't have to stoop to their level. If they're trying to show people that this lifestyle, this community are worth taking seriously, then our behavior is part of that message. We can't tell people we're not zealots while behaving like zealots. We can't tell people we're not here to judge them and then immediately attack somebody because they're eating something differently than we are. We have to be willing to demonstrate what we're talking about. We also have to remember what it was like when we started, when you started. What was it like for you? Somebody new might come in tonight and ask a question. 100,000 exact question. That's okay. To us. But one thing we have to remember is what we're doing most likely seems absurd to them. And that's okay because they don't know what we know yet. I didn't know what I know now when I started in 2016. I was hungry all the time. So when somebody walks through that door, our job isn't to say, we've answered that already. Our job is to say, welcome. Let's start right where you are. That's where we're going to meet them, right where they are. Because ultimately that's here to do, right? We're not doctors. We're not nurses. We're not dietitians or healthcare professionals. We're not here to diagnose anyone or prescribe treatment. We're people sharing our own experiences in real time. We're sharing what we've tried, what worked, what didn't work, what where we failed, and where we found success. Hopefully, we're able to illuminate the path enough that somebody else can see a direction they might want to explore. Their own primary care doctor, their GP, whatever, their nurse practitioner, whoever they are seeing that they need to go and talk with. We're not here to drag anyone across the finish line, but, we are here to be a beacon. We'll walk with you across that finish line. We'll walk right alongside you the entire way. And I implore you, if you are new here tonight, or you've been quietly watching for months, days, weeks, years, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going right. What could be better? Maybe something you'd like to change. Welcome. This is now your community too. And we can't forget that, and we can't understate it. It's massive. It's huge. Evelyn is here. Our good friend Evelyn is here. Good evening, my dear. How are you? So very glad that you are all here today. So very glad. Thomas is here. Hello, Thomas. So very glad to see you, my friend. How are you? Alicia is here. Hello, Alicia. So very glad that you're here too. Hello, dear. Saw you at Barry with your friend Chris. Great food, getting cookbook. Fantastic. Please, 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 if you have not already, please pre-order Chris's cookbook. 130 killer recipes. And if you send the order number in when he releases the information, you get more recipes for free and ahead of the release of the cookbook, which is in October. I believe it's October the 6th. Hopefully one of you guys will put that information in the chat for me. I would really appreciate that. He was cooking again. He was cooking over at Dr. Barry's house tonight. They were having, looked like country fried steak with gravy and macaroni and cheese and cornbread. Oh, it looked amazing. So amazing. That's what I'm talking about as far as meeting somebody where they are. There are people in this community who are completely satisfied living a lion diet, just easy carnivore, just having beef, butter, bacon, eggs, whatever the case is, and they don't have any need for recipes. But some of you do. Some of the people out there who live this, who are living their own life and they're struggling and they're trying to find a better way will rely on these recipes to get them across the finish line. Just because it may not be something that works for you, just because it may be something that you don't understand, doesn't mean that it's not extremely important for someone else. Juliet is in the house. Hello, hello. She's talking to Alicia saying, do you cook? Oh, but you're from the South. Of course you cook. I didn't pre-order Chris's book, but it's on my Christmas list, so my girls have something to buy me. I love it. Manda the Carnivore is here. Carnivore Mukina is here. Hello, hello, hi. How are you? So very glad that you have joined us tonight. Shauna is here from the West Coast. Aaron is here from Buffalo, New York. So very glad that you've joined us this evening, Mr. Aaron. And Brenda Jones is in the house. Good evening, dear. How are you? Glad that you can join us this evening. I know that it's a Tuesday night. School is back in session for most of us. Brenda is in the house. Good evening, my dear. How are you? And Isabel is here as well. Good evening, Isabel. So very glad that you could join us as well. New Times, New Beginning is here. Hello, hello. I'm so very glad that you could join us this evening. While I'm getting to these, those of you who have YouTube channels who are not currently monetized, just a quick break here just to talk about something. YouTube released yesterday some new guidelines that'll go in place for monetization to get into the YouTube Partner Program that take effect in February. If you are making long-form content, going live, doing live streams, you still will require 1,000 watch hours or 500 for fan funding. 500 for fan funding with 3,000 watch hours. To get completely, fully monetized with AdSense, you will require the same one. You'll need then 1,000 subscribers, and you will need to hit and maintain 8,000 watch hours across a 365-day timeline. 8,000. If you were someone trying to do this with shorts, you will need 20 million short views in a 90-day period to be fully monetized along with the 1,000 subscribers. I know that this is probably not relevant to a good amount of you, but I just wanted to make sure that that is something that people are aware of. This takes place the 1st of February, 2027. There's plenty of information out there on YouTube should you require it. But Jeff Afa is in the house. Hello, my friend Jeff. How are you? So very glad to see you. Oh. A lot of you are in here. And look at Sherry Lynn is here. She says, hello. Just dropped my car off to get the exhaust fixed. Now making my dad and I eggs for a late dinner. Well, I hope they fix it quickly, post-haste, so that you're back on the road again. On the road again. Yes. I love it. Lynn is here. Hello, Lynn. How are you doing? And where Lynn is, I imagine that Rick is not too far behind. We'll see if he shows up here. We'll see if he's here, Mr. Twin Brook Acres. There we go. I knew it. I knew he'd be here. Hello, my friend. How are you doing, Rick? Glad to see you. Coach Juliet says, when I started, I was lost and hid from lives for the first 4+ months. Everyone seemed to know each other. Once I spoke up, everyone was so welcoming. And that's what we need. That's so very important and so very valuable. There's no reason for gatekeeping. There's no reason. I don't even see a reason for us to be shy about other channels. I try to support every channel. And I've said it, if you have a channel, you have a video you're proud of and you want someone to see it, we'll put it in the chat. There's plenty of moderators who can look that up for you. That doesn't mean I want to see every video that you make in the chats. But we're here to make sure that everyone is getting seen by anybody that needs to see them. So we're not just promoting Dr. Barry. We're not just promoting Chris Cook in Nashville, Courtney Luna, and the like. Can't forget Victor. Used to be Southern Keto. Now I think he just goes by Victor Prince, because that's his name. But we support and we promote all channels. Who's Your Carnivore? He's got a new spice blend, if that's something you might be interested in. I don't even know if he's in here tonight. He's got a spice blend over on the eBay. Let's see. I'll put that link in the chat for everybody. There's 2 different sizes. There's a small and a large. I'll just put the small one in here, where I think there might be, let's see, 3 available, 4 sold. We'll put this in here. This is for Mr. Brett, Mr. Who's Your Carnivore. There we go. There's his spice blend. No sugar, no fluff, just what you need. You can take a look and see if it looks like something you would want to use. I have a bottle of it. I haven't utilized it yet. I'm excited to. I just don't use a lot of seasonings myself. I just salt, really. But I'm looking forward to trying it out. Shauna, come please drag me across the finish line. Do what I can. I'll do what I can. Target Target Prime Rib. Thomas lives on the planet New Jersey. Yes. The planet New Jersey. Not a lot of people in here talking. I mean, just saying hello to each other. I'm frozen. I don't know what's going on. At least it's, I'm frozen, but you can still hear me. You can still see me putting stuff on the screen. So I don't really know what's going on about that. Andy is here. Hello, Andy. I ate your soup that you gave to me last night. I very much enjoyed that, so very much. Yes, please, please, please help Aaron out with watch hours. If you get monetized before February, YouTube is saying that they will not take your monetization away, even if you're under those 8,000 watch hours. So try to do that. Lydia, I can't even talk. I'm always calling her something that she's not. We got Linda McDaniel is here. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, Karen Harrington is in the house. As soon as I find, there we go, there we go, there we go. And Andy says, catching up at 2X, a very busy day. I'm exhausted but happy with how the day went. I love that. Yeah, we had a lot of storms, so it's not surprising that I'm having issues with my service today with my camera and all the fun things going on. I imagine that if I close this out and restarted it, I might have some luck. We'll try that in just a minute. We'll see how that goes. But yes, please help people's watch hours. If you know someone's struggling, help them out. Rick says he was on the verge of getting monetized and took a 15-month hiatus. Now I am nowhere near the old requirements. I just have to live without the few dollars each month. Well, I mean, really, just if YouTube is something that you want to do, just put the work in. It'll happen. It happened to me. And if I can do it, anyone can do it. I say that. I see it. I say it. I say it. Mason's talking about Coach Juliet, Toyota riding Yeti drinking cool chick. I make fun of Yeti containers because they're like $50 for the same thing that you can get for $11 at Walmart or Buc-ee's. But I have a Yeti container now, but I only paid 50 cents for it at a yard sale. So now I have a Yeti cup that I use from time to time. And yeah. I like Yeti, but I don't think it's worth $40 when you can get this, like this. Well, I got this. I think we got this at Goodwill. It's a Beast mug. I don't know what brand it is. Green steel Beast. It was probably like $1 or $2. We got like 15, 16, maybe 18 of these cups, the different colors, some Buc-ee's ones. I didn't have my Buc-ee's cup on Sunday. My son-in-law had taken it to work with him, and it was in his van. I told him, that's my live stream cup. My live stream cup. Shauna says she was envious of the amazing meetup that we had. Well, we were sad that you could not join us, Shauna. I really, really was. Yes, Andy said, we missed you, Shauna. 1,000% we missed you. The mighty Minowa is in the house. Hello, dear. How are you? She says, hi, Dustin, at everyone. I don't think New Jersey is where the cool kids live. I don't know. I just make fun of New Jersey. I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, Aaron says, hola. That means hello in French. Aaron's asking, does anyone else have a spouse that is their biggest hurdle? Are we talking like physically, like it's hard to jump over her, or like when it comes to the foods that they bring in the house? My spouse is not my hurdle. My spouse is my rock. My spouse is the one keeping me as close to on track as we get, right? My kids, on the other hand, are my hurdle. They're trying to eat better. They're trying to do better, but then they come home with 6 gigantic crumble cookies. I'm like, well, I mean, I had a bad day, so I went to Crumble Cookie and threw it all away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Julia says, Doug doesn't eat carnivore, but very meat-based. Aaron, but we don't have processed foods in the house, so there's that. That's a huge win. That's a huge win. Brenda struggles. We all have our struggles. Whether it's with a spouse, our children, roommates, depending on what your living situation is. We all have struggles. Susan just got a promotion at work, far more than I don't make on YouTube. So my stress level was too high when I had my channel. Too much stress for not enough paycheck. Much happier now. Well, I kind of look at YouTube as I don't stress about the money as much. I mean, I know that I do need a certain threshold. Like, you have to make $100 a month to get a check. Like, if you don't break $100, you don't get a check that month. And that would be very difficult for me. But I'm not trying to make a huge amount of money here. Like, for me, like, to run YouTube costs me about $200 a month to run everything that I do here. So if I can break that or get close, that makes everything I do better. I'm building a coaching business, all these things. That's where the money's going to come from. And I'm not really here. I mean, am I here to build a business and to make a career out of this, the whole thing? Yes. But I'm not trying to do it on the backs of you, any of you. Because that's not what I'm not a grifter or whatever you want to call people these days. I'm not here to sell you things that you don't need. I mean, realistically, anything and everything that I do promote, you don't need. You don't need keto chow. You don't need pork and good pork rinds. You don't need salty. There's lots and lots and lots of other things out there that you could utilize that may cost you less. You may not even need them. But again, I promote products that I like, that I utilize, that I may be able to give you a discount on, an inside scoop on, something that gets my stamp of approval. You know, whether it's salty, I love salty. The grape is one of my favorite flavors. And, you know, but you don't have to use that stuff to be successful. It's available. But I'm never going to tell you, if you're not using it, no, never going to be like that. There's nothing out there that you need that I have for sale. That's just the way it is. But yes, please, please, please give Susan my congratulations. I know I just hugged you guys the other day, just like 3 days ago. Give her another hug for me. Tell her I said congratulations. Our son, our 22-year-old son, just got a promotion where he works. He was a part-time employee working like 4 or 5 hours a night, and now he is full-time with a raise and making an absurd amount of money for a 22-year-old. An absurd amount of money for a 22-year-old. We did the math, and I'm like, when I was 22, I was probably making $9 an hour in a warehouse job. Started there when I was 19. I left when I was 27 years old. So I started the new job in July. I turned 27 in June. Maybe I just turned 28. Because my 27th birthday, I had gone on vacation. Yeah, I don't think I started there that soon. But yeah. So I was 28 when I started that new job. Yup. Shauna says, it's a lot to travel across the states now. Sadly, my job change last year ended my travel for a while. Oh, yeah. Yes. That's the one thing about his promotion and going from part-time to full-time is they are taking away all of his PTO time, cashing him a check. So he will probably have to figure a way, if he wants to go on vacation with us at the end of the year, to take all those days off unpaid and just hopefully then utilize that vacation money as a way to make, to do the thing. Yeah. Foods. Yeah. 100%. There's a never ending supply of spouses and family members and coworkers and anybody and everybody that we are around every day who are going to challenge us. They are going to, what's the word that I'm looking for? They are going to test us. They're test our resolve. If you are a person who works in an office, I imagine that you're inundated with all the office things, cakes, bagels, donuts, all the things, the pitch-ins, all the things that are detrimental to your journey. Now, I used to work for a company. They would make breakfast once a month for the top 10 people in the department. Pancakes, eggs, and bacon. You can just have the eggs and the bacon. They would actually make the eggs. It was pretty cool. If you were in the top 10. So, yeah. Shauna says, I had to ask my roommate to stop eating my butter. Is she like Bella in it? She's like Bella. She's like, nop, 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 nop. Just gnawing on butter. Just gnawing on it. You were the only one replacing it? No, that's ridiculous. No, no, no. Karen says that her husband is not carnivore, but meat-based. I think cutting the carbs and sugar is helping to stabilize his bicuspid heart whim. Yeah, I mean, realistically, anything we can do to bring down the average person's carbohydrate levels into something that's manageable. And I know that I have this outlook, right? I have this outlook on things that if we can get the average American to primarily single ingredient whole foods, get them down to 100 grams total carbs or less, have them focus as much as possible on animal proteins and animal fats, though the society would drastically shift. Now, that doesn't mean we're ever going to see an end to an end to processed foods. We're going to still see gas station food. We're still going to have fast food, but it would completely shift the dynamic. And I think that's really what we're looking for here. Just a shift in the paradigm. It takes 25% adoption of something like a proper human diet to really truly start to see the snowball effect of the proper human diet. So if we could get an adoption rate of somewhere on a proper human diet spectrum up to 25%, we could truly snowball and see massive changes in the health and well-being of all of the people in the world. I mean, granted, we would probably want to focus first here in the United States, our friends in Canada. I think that's the people who watch the most. We do have some outliers in the UK. We have outliers in Australia and other parts of the world. But I think primarily I believe that our focus is here in the United States and Canada. And if we can, like I said, start to shift the average American, and when I say that, I am talking about Canada as well, as we're all in America, North America. It's just easier for me to say. If we can shift little by little to getting people at least on the generalized spectrum of a proper human diet, 100 grams of carbs or less, we would see ridiculous, amazing progress. Not going to happen in the next 10 years, the next 20 years. We didn't get here over 10 or 20 years. We've been working on where we are right now the last 200 plus years. The Industrial Revolution, the ease and explosion of manufacturing, obviously the Industrial Revolution. And we were trying to do the right thing. We were trying to manufacture enough food to feed everybody, to cut down on starvation. And now we have succeeded in that. We are now in a unprecedented time of excess, of abundance, of all kinds of hyper palatable, highly processed foods that are making us sick. We do not have an overwhelming abundance of affordable, clean animal products. We still struggle with this. We still struggle with that. We still see that with the UC Davis study that Dr. Barry talked about yesterday in his live stream. But we see even companies that I have been championing for a while, Chosen Foods. I still have 6 containers, 32-ounce containers of Chosen Food mayo in my pantry. I can't afford to throw that away. I'm going to utilize it. Granted, I didn't notice any ill effects of it. Now, again, they said it failed for pure avocado oil. Now, that leaves some room for interpretation. And I do have a video that I'm working on that I recorded yesterday afternoon before I saw Dr. Barry's live stream. But I did record myself a video and kind of my opinions on the whole thing. So I'll get that out. Hopefully you guys will watch that and share it, because I think it's a way to look at the situation and without thinking, without panicking and the sky is falling, because there's some of that information was kind of like, well, we figured that was going to happen. But at the same time, we have to think, what's the supply chain look like? Are these companies fully aware? Are they hiding it? What do we know? Can they change? If we make a big enough stink, will they fix things? These are questions that we have to ask. So stay tuned for that video. It should come out sometime tomorrow. If I can get a chance to edit it tonight, I'll probably be up late getting that done. I have the thumbnail if you want to see it. Do you want to see the thumbnail for this video? Do you want to see the thumbnail that I have for this video? Let me know. Give me a gigantic thumbs up if you want to see the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. Let me know. I want to know, do you want to see it? Are you listening? Can you even hear me? Am I talking into nothingness? Am I talking into the ever-expanding universe? Evelyn says thumbs up. All right, let's see what I can find here. Let's see what I can find. I done messed that up. Give me just a second to find where I was. There we go. Okay, let me go and see if I can find this. Just give me just a second here. I should have did this early. I am proud of this thumbnail. Let me know what you think. If you saw this thumbnail without context, you didn't know it was me, would you click on the video? That's what I want to know. All right. All right, here is the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it looks like a good thumbnail for YouTube. I just want to know. All right, so what do you think about that? Can you see it? Let me see if I'll see if it pops up in just a second. There we go. What do you think about that? Is that a good, nice looking thumbnail or what? I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. That is not an AI image. I made that thumbnail. Yes, I know I'm froze. Let me see. While I've got this thumbnail up here, let me see. Let me see if I can get myself unfrozed. Let's see. Let's see. Am I back? Can you see me? Let's see. Does that work? I don't know. And if I freeze again, we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. We'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. I believe I'm back. I'm a little pixelated. My apologies for that. It's been storming. Our power was out for about an hour today, so we'll have to wait and see how everything looks. I mean, I'm doing the best that I can here. Ivy is here. Hello, Ivy. And people are happy that Minowa is better. Sunny is here. Hello, Sunny. So very glad to see you, my dear. Evelyn's asking, Shauna, is your roommate Aaron Booby Goats? That sounds like something that could happen. That sounds like something that could happen. You never know. One never knows. Yes. Oh, Jabber Jen says hello. Hi. Hello, Jen. Oh, yeah. There we go. Mr. Jaheel is in the house. Dustin, Evelyn, Auntie, can't wait for our limbo and musical chairs party tomorrow that I just made up. I love it. And Alicia says, yeah, 100% agree with you, Dustin. Low carb better than all carb. But yeah, I think one of the things, if we can get to that point, people will begin to kind of find a healing. They'll start to find and get better. And then people will kind of break off, and some people will go carnivore. Some people will go ketovore. Some people may go back to the standard American diet. But it is a long process, a very long process. Jaheel says, hi, everyone. None of you better be acting outrageous tonight. You know what? That's all we do here is outrageous. Yes, welcome to Keto Simple Radio Edition. That's what I'm saying. Close your eyes. Listen to me talk to you. Whispering sweet nothings. Yes. Aaron says, show it. I showed it. I showed it. Jaheel says, Dustin, are you trying to out your ventriloquist skills? I don't see a doll, though. Are you a doll? No, Jaheel, you're the doll. You're the doll, Jaheel. Okay? Oh, yeah. Shauna says, I'm not sure if we can see it. The screen is still frozen, but it's not frozen now. Yes. Evelyn said she would watch that. I've never had honey on avocado, LOL. That's not honey. It's avocado oil. No seed, it's fake. Yay, y'all fall. Yay, I'm not froze anymore. Yes, I am back, Linda. I can see clearly now. The froze is gone. Jaheel says it looks good. I think it would attract clicks. That's what I want. I want people to clickety click, click, click. Juliet says, I made air fried pepperoni like you mentioned the other night. It's so good. I've made it like 5 times in the last 2 weeks. I've been having I've not been wanting to eat. So I'll make some scrambled eggs, and then I'll just have scrambled eggs with crispy, crunchy pepperoni. And I'll do like a bite of eggs with 2 or 3 pepperonis. Or I'll take some lunch meat, and I'll roll it up, fold it into a little triangle. And then the little triangle has a little scoop, and I'll scoop up cheese. You know what I mean? That's delicious. I've just been super lazy this week. I just don't care to cook. I'm just bleh. Jaheel says, LMAO. I thought it was honey too. Looks thick, as the young people say. That's right. That is right. Thick, like the young people say. Yes. 6'7". Anyway. Oh, goodness gracious, boys and ghouls. Yes, 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 indeed. And if you've made it this far and you're watching the replay, again, comment where you're from, where you're watching this. Don't forget to subscribe, share me out, watch some videos, get lost in the shorts. I've got a bunch of them. I've got maybe, I think I've got like 900 videos or 1,000 videos. I don't know. I got a bunch. I don't know. Let me see if YouTube will tell me. Let me see. Let me see how many videos. It used to tell me. I don't remember where it tells me that or not now. I've got a lot of videos. I don't know how many I've got. Let's see. We'll take a look at TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy. We'll see what it says. Uploads 1,008. I got 1,008. I have 1,000 uploads. I achieved that July 22nd. I achieved 4 million channel views in July the 20th. And I have 11,200 subscribers. I've seen that Dr. Barry's growing by leaps and bounds these days. He's got like 3.72 million. He had like 3.6 for a while. He's gone up. He's gone up. Yes. All right, everybody. You know what, Evelyn? I don't know what you're talking about here. 94 recipe videos. Coach said, what's the secret, Jen? Is there a secret, Jen? Jen. Jaheel says, today after work, I did something I never do. I cooked without a recipe. I just threw whatever together and it tasted good. It's not that hard, my friend. It's not that difficult. I just didn't want to think, use more than one pan or clean too many things. That's why I go in and like, I pull out a sheet of parchment paper and I crumple it up into a ball. Why you do that? You just took it out. And I'm like, well, because when I uncrumple it, it fits down into the air fryer so much easier. And she's just looking at me like I'm insane. But it's true. It's true. I'm like, girl, you know it's true. Girl. Yes. Evelyn, when are you going to do your 10,000 giveaway? I don't know. Whenever I feel like it. I have to get it done because I'm at 11,000. So, Jamie is here. Hello. Welcome. Hi, I've been stalking you guys for a while. I'm from Ohio. Hi from Ohio. I'm Dustin, and I live in Indiana. There's a lot of people in Ohio. I think there's an Ohio meetup coming up soon. It is August the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. It's a meetup near Cincinnati, Ohio, August the 29th. I will not be in attendance because that is the day that my granddaughter is having her birthday party, her 8th birthday party. So I will not be coming to your meetup because I have her soccer game and her birthday party to go to, and I can't miss it. Won't miss it. Can't miss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Jabberjen says, it's a secret. There are no secrets here. There are no secrets here. There's no secrets here. You hear me? There's no secrets here. No. I'll never tell. I bet you will. Yeah, Juliet says, I hope that you're safe because there's some bad storms covering the state of Ohio. We had bad states coming through Indiana. We lost power for an hour earlier today. I was struggling, hoping that we wouldn't lose power tonight for this live stream. She says that you can get your parchment paper wet and squeeze it, and it sits better as well. It still works. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. Jen's out of here. She says she'll see us at Barbara's tonight. I have linked this live stream. Yes, this one right here. I've linked it to Chris and Miriam over at Keto Chow, their live stream. It starts at 9:15. So when this live stream concludes closer to 9:15, you can just hang out and click the button that says go see Keto Chow. Tell them that I sent you. Tell them. Take care, Jen. And Evelyn says that she's waiting to see if Carl can get off work for the meetup. Yes. Yes. Jamie knows that 22Q Cat is named Lynn. Yeah. Hello. Funny story, y'all. Funny story, everybody, okay? So, I was at the post office today. Let me see if I can find this here. Let me see. I got to add a new thing here because I was at the post office today. And I sent this to Amy as well as to Evil Lynn. I sent this because this is a photograph. Let's see, I got to upload this photograph. I don't have the photograph updated here. Anyway, hold your horses. Hold on. Hold on for one more day. Do 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 do. Do. Yes, I sent the photo to you, Evelyn. You remember. You seen it. I know you did. I know you seen it. I know you did. Oh, what happened? Scanning for viruses. Oh, yeah. Oh, where did it go? Where did you go? Where did this go? How do I know where it went? There we go. This is where I need like somebody that runs this show better than I can run it. Or let me be behind the scenes and someone else can talk. Let's see. Let's turn them lights down low. Now I'm going to show two different images here, ladies and gentlemen. The first image is the photo from today. I was coming out of the post office and someone hollered my name. And here we go. This person hollered my name. If you're not familiar with who this is, I'll add the second picture. And if you watched my live stream on Sunday with my slideshow, you'll be familiar. There we go. She came out to our meetup. She is Sandra, the one that was so much looking for community, so desperate to find community. She found us just by Googling it. She didn't know who we were. She wasn't in this community. She wasn't watching the YouTube video. I don't think she really knows who Dr. Barry is. Maybe she does. I don't know. But she found me, found us on Saturday, and then spotted me in the wild today. There we go. Look at that. What do you know about that? What do you know about that? Pretty cool stuff, huh? Jaheel says, you better not leave us, Dustin. I might throw a chair through a window, jump out vampire style, and go looking for you, which is totally normal. You know what? You start coming this way, holler. I'll give you my address. You can come by and visit. It'd be funny if you were just sitting here when Chandra gets home. You'd be like, hi! You guys could giggle and dance around like girls and Jaheels do. You know what I'm saying? That's just in my head. That's how it would go. They do the dance of joy like, you know, Bauki and the other guy. I can't remember his name. But Bauki Bartakamos. They were standing tall on the wings of my dreams. Terry Girl is here. Hi and bye. Rude. Rude, rude, rude. Hi and bye. Murmur, murmur, murmur. See, I told you Terry was a troublemaker. Told you. You didn't listen. But here we are. Here's proof. Hi and bye. Rude. Oh, my goodness. What a small world I live in. That's true. I do. I knew she lived not far away. She lives in the area. I just didn't think that she was going to be like at the post office today. And I was talking to her for a little while and I looked at the sky. I'm like, I'm going to go. The sky got dark, like purple. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go. And when I got home, it like broke open. It was raining like crazy. Raining like crazy. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Say hello to Robin. Hello, Robin. How are you? Her last name is Banks. Say hello to Robin. Her last name is Banks. Everybody, this is Robin Banks. Hello. Don't listen to me. Her last name isn't Banks. It's Graves. Anyway, I'm a mess, okay? It's Tuesday night. We're not all that serious tonight. But if you have an opportunity, again, if you're watching this on the replay and you haven't watched either end of Chris Cook in Nashville or Dr. Barry, they both streamed it. Grandma Barry was on and they were cooking and Nisha's new kitchen. It was pretty neat. Look at that. Everyone's saying hello to Robin. Is her last name Banks or Graves or Vaults? I don't know. Maybe her last name is Gas Station. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Told you. There's something wrong with me. It's fine. You didn't listen. It's okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I know what her last name is. It's Stagecoaches. Robin Stagecoaches. There we go. Anyway, we're at the end of the chat. We're coming down to the hour. Chris and Miriam will be live very, very shortly. I'm sure they have a lot to talk about. They just had one of their daughters their oldest daughter got married. Pretty eventful. Pretty big stuff. Yes. So with that, I am going to say goodbye. If you need more of me, Jahil, please reach out and text me. Don't break windows. Those are expensive to fix. Okay? But any of you, if you ever need me, you know how to find me. You know how to reach me. You know what's going on. Anyway, thank you all so very much. Jamie, thank you for saying hello, letting us know who you are. Thank you all for being here tonight, putting up with my frozen face for most of the stream. Have a wonderful night. I love each and every one of you. And here come those credits, just in time for all of you. Just in time for all of you to have the credits.